Hey guys, welcome tonight to Tasty Treats with Teresa. Tonight we are making stovetop lasagna. This came in a recipe with our taste buds. I've mentioned before about our taste buds. This is a monthly subscription that you can order, and it offers really good recipes. And it comes with 3 of our spices, so you can try them out, see if you like them. If you want to order more. But tonight we're making stovetop lasagna, and I've already, as you can hear, I've got the Italian sausage and the mushrooms cooking. They need to cook for about another 4 minutes. So while we're doing that, we're just going to get through our the ingredients together. This is not a very hard recipe. It says a total of 45 minutes, but I'm not going to make you watch all that. That's fine. Because we do have to let the noodles cook, and noodles always take a while. So tonight's recipe is stovetop stuffing, or stovetop lasagna. Hopefully it'll look that good when we're done. So all it takes is a little bit of Italian sausage, which is cooking now, a container of the cremini mushrooms, which are the baby bellas, already sliced up, ready to go. I add a little bit of salt. If you add salt to mushrooms, it actually brings the flavor out a little more. So that's a little tip to remember when you eat mushrooms. So now we're going to open a can of crushed tomatoes and mix in our bell pepper herb rub. So it calls for the big can of tomatoes. So obviously we're going to use our can opener and show you how that works. If you're right-handed, left-handed, it doesn't matter. It will work either way. And you just crank it until you're all the way through the can, and I think it's done. And then you just twist it the other way, and it unlocks it. Then you use this little, what I call the parrot beak that's here on the side, and it will pull the lid right off. It is smooth edge, so nobody's going to get their fingers cut or anything, which is great. And if need be, you can put the lid back on. And I think I just got pizza sauce all over my face. So we'll put the tomatoes. That'll be the next ingredient to add here as soon as the mushrooms start to brown a little bit. I am cooking this in our 12-inch non-stick stainless steel skillet. This came out last year. It's got a non-stick coating on the bottom, and it's really great for just about anything that your family will eat, because it's big enough to hold anything. And the mushrooms are coming along great. I am using our mix and chop because it's the best thing ever created. And I'm just cutting up the mushrooms, making them a little bit smaller, because they were a little big. And you can hear them sizzling and hissing. And the great thing I like about this is it's got a little notch right up here where your thumb can sit while you're mashing them. And it makes it a little easier on you when you're mashing them up. Alright, so we've got the tomatoes. We are going to add 2 tablespoons of the bell pepper herb. Like I said, it comes in the mail like this, instead of like the big container, like a spice container. These are usually good for about 2 meals. I think I need scissors. And well, you can at least try it out, see if you like it. And if you like it, you can always order more spices. Which reminds me, I need to order more garlic and herbs, because I love that stuff. So this calls for 2 tablespoons. Yeah, tablespoons. So I'm using our set of 6. It comes from tablespoon down to 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is like a pinch. So 1 and 2. And now I got enough left in here for another meal, and it's Ziploc, so you're not going to spill it in your cabinet. So we're just going to mix that together. So did you all surviving this weather and this crazy storm? And all the snow and then ice and then snow and then power outages, and it's just been a mess lately, hasn't it? But what do you expect? It's February. That's usually how the weather is this time of the year. And somebody told me yesterday, he said we'll get anywhere from 0 to 18 inches every time this year. Doesn't matter. So this is definitely ready. We're going to add the tomatoes and the peppers. I hate trying to talk over the sizzle, because it's just so loud. And I got this down on medium. So now we're just going to let that simmer for a couple minutes. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I'm using this little spoon rest to keep my counter clean. The spoon rest, by the way, comes with the turntable. It keeps all your utensils. So it's already hidden in there, and you'll never lose it, and it's always conveniently within reach. So, okay, we've added that. Now we need to add 2 cups of vegetable broth. And I am using our Easy Read measuring cups. They come in a set of 4. I love these, especially for liquids, because you don't have to play the measuring cup game where you just pick it up down. I don't know if I got it right. It's at an angle, so it's very easy to read. And as usual, everything is dishwasher safe. So the only thing that's not dishwasher safe that I'm using tonight will be the can opener and one other item I'll be showing you here in a minute. Everything else, when you're done, stick it in the dishwasher and don't worry about it. Get that exactly 2 cups. And that's just a vegetable broth that you can get at Walmart or wherever. So, so we're going to let this simmer for a few minutes. It's simmering pretty good, actually. We're going to add this, and we're going to add some lasagna noodles. Now, we're not adding the big noodles. It says take a towel. Of course, I had to get the towel to match everything else, right? And you're going to put your noodles in the towel. Now I'm using a half a box of gluten-free noodles that I had and some regular noodles. And you just crunch them up and break them. So just break up the noodles and get them ready to go in. Now they will, obviously the noodles are going to take a while to cook, because they do. So I will put them, oops, I'm spilling them. That's why they say put it in a towel, so if you do spill them, they're not all over your kitchen. And they don't have to be perfect, you're just breaking them up. Oh guys, you're missing it. We don't have smell-o-vision yet, do we? They can put a spaceship on the moon, but they can't make smell-o-vision. Or on Mars, actually. They just did the landing on Mars. That was pretty cool to watch. I think those guys were crying more than the women. So we're going to put the noodles and the broth. And then, let's see, next we're going to add ricotta cheese. I'm just going to use the same pan because why not? It's all going to be mixed together anyway. So this is the measure all cup. For wet ingredients, turn it this way. Obviously got the little spout, so it makes it easy to pour. And the measurements are here in blue. And for the dry ingredients, you flip it over. That is in red. Push down the center. Don't try to force it. It's got a nice seal on it, so it won't do that. Push down the center to where you need it. And I need it at 1 cup. And we're going to fill it with ricotta cheese. Now, if you do not have a measure-all, they are a lifesaver in the kitchen. I have had mine for a very long time. probably close to 20 years, if not longer. And I keep using them for everything because they are great. You can use them for honey. You can use it for ricotta cheese. You can use it for dry cheese. You can use it for molasses. You can use it for sugar. Whatever you need it for, it's a perfect measuring cup for it. And if I remember right, it's been in the Hamper Chef line for over 40 years. It's one of the original items that they brought out many years ago. And someday I'll show you the original one, because when we were cleaning, I found my mother-in-law's, and it was still in the package. She never used it. I don't know why. If she knew how awesome it was, she would have used it. And look, I just poured all that in there, and it just popped right out. So if you don't have one of these, you need to get one. And they come in 3 sizes, so there's always one that'll fit in your kitchen. So we got the ricotta cheese and an egg. Now, I'm using one of my own chicken eggs. She actually laid an egg. I'm so excited. If you've been following me for a while, I've got 3 chickens. And this was a Pecky egg, because Pecky lays blue eggs. She is a, I think, Americana chicken. And her shell was a little soft because all my white of the yolk, or white, fell out. So we're going to mix that in there. And now we're going to add, I'm going to add the chicken, the vegetable broth, and the noodles to the tomatoes. They've been cooking for a while over here. And the noodles, which look, they're all in the towel, so I don't have to worry about them. It doesn't matter if they're not perfect, because you're going to smush them up anyway. So make sure that the noodles are covered with some sort of liquid, be it the tomato juice or the vegetable broth or whichever, but make sure your noodles are covered so that they can expand and get wet like they're supposed to do. And get in there, noodle. Cover you all up. And then we will put the lid on it and let it simmer. I think it said 10 minutes. So that's what we will do. Let it sit and do its job. So we have the ricotta cheese and the egg in here. And what does the recipe say? Yeah, so that's it. So we're going to let this cook for 10 minutes, let the noodles get soft. Then we'll put a dollop of this on the top. I'm going to use the medium scoop to do that. We have the scoops in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. And I suggest that you definitely get the medium. You will use it for everything. The medium is perfect for cookies, meatballs. Obviously, we're going to use it tonight. No-bake cookies. These are awesome for no-bakes. But if you need one, get one of these. The medium is the best one to get. At least give it a try. Maybe then you say, hey, I need the big one and a small one too. And the medium fits the brownie pan, the muffin pan, and there's one other pan it fits. But it's the best one you need to get. And then you will, after this cooks, we'll put a dollop of the ricotta on it, let it simmer a little bit. Then we're going to put a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top. And it says 4 ounces of mozzarella. Now, if you're like me, you don't buy 4 ounces of mozzarella cheese. You buy an 8-pound pack or a 16-pack, or, you know, you're going to buy a bigger one. Then you want to make sure you have the right amount. So get yourself a digital scale. If you do any baking, get a digital scale. Most recipes do not go by cups and teaspoons and tablespoons. They go by ounces. They go by grams. If you use foreign recipes, which I really like the foreign recipes better because they are so much tastier, because you're going by the weight of the product, not just a measurement. So you get yourself a digital scale. This one has a tare on it. Tare means that I can put something on here, put a bowl on here. I can hit the tare button and it will cancel out the weight of the bowl. So then you can see exactly what you're weighing out. So get yourself a digital scale, and I measured out of my big 16-ounce container of cheese. 4 ounces of cheese. That way you get exactly what you need, and you still got cheese to make pizza or whatever else you want to make later in the week. So get yourself a digital scale, get yourself a medium scoop because you will need it for everything. Get you a can opener because with all these power outages, you need to have one of these in your house. And any other products that I've showed tonight. Now, when this is all done, after the noodles are cooked, after I put the cheese on it and let the ricotta cheese get warm, because it says add the ricotta, put the dollops on, and cover and cook it for about 8 to 10 more minutes. So I'm not going to make you guys watch that. Then you're going to put the mozzarella on it, and then you're going to let it sit for another 5 minutes to melt the cheese. And then you can put some basil if you like it, put it on top. But then you have to serve it, right? So this is our new scoop and serve. Came out with it, I think in the spring, maybe the summer last year, or the fall. Very nice, heavy metal, so it's not going to break on you. Obviously, it's dishwasher safe. And it's got a very deep scoop, but it's also flat on one end. So it's not really a ladle. So when you put it in, you will get every inch of your serving that we're not done to show you yet. And it makes it's perfect size for like a lasagna pan or noodles, or I'm trying to think what else you can make. This will scoop it out for you perfectly, and it's a perfect serving size. So scoop and serve, everybody needs to get one of these. So I won't let you sit here and watch this anymore because it's just sitting here staring at a pot boiling, and you know what they say about watching a pot boil. So if you are in a show tonight, look up above. The link is up there. If not, contact me and we can hook you up with an order form, and you can get any of these great products. And I will post a picture of the finished product below, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.